therejteam with eXp Realty here in New York. And today I want to be speaking about 3 benefits that I found while going out and communicating with more women or meeting more women in my life. So this is all based on experience, and I will only talk about the things that I've been through because it's the only thing that I can talk about, right? I'm not here to talk about anybody else's story. I'm here to talk about my life. So the first thing that I can say is confidence, right? And that one's an obvious one, because how many men go out into bars, clubs, or whatever it is, they find a woman attractive and they're too chicken shit to go approach her or find a way to be able to approach her circle and actually start dialogue with that woman or with the people that are around them just so they can get to know the woman, whatever it is. So for me, off the bat, as soon as I started practicing social dynamics and going out into more social venues, communicating with more women, approaching more women, and just having more women around my life, I've been able to now, because it translates into business, into life, into everything else. So one of the easiest and quickest examples that I can give you is my listing presentations. And every single time that I meet with a client, right, especially now still, one of the things that I always get is that, man, you're so personable. You're so personable. Like all the other agents that we have, I guess they're very cookie cutter, right? They're so tight and tense. For me, the moment that I started to approach more women and expanding my circle socially, I was able to now loosen up, right? And be able to speak with my voice to impact the other individual in a way where it feels authentic, it feels genuine, not just because it feels authentic and it feels genuine, because it is authentic and it is genuine, right? Even when you're out there socially communicating with women, you're obviously going to be authentic and genuine over the fact that you genuinely have an interest in starting the conversation. Now, wherever it goes from that point, it's up to you to decide if you want to continue or not continue. However, the point is getting over that fear, getting over that approach, right? Because at the end of the day, we all feel it inside. Once you start to get used to it and you start to keep going and keep being more out in the open, or not, I don't want to say out in the open, but communicating and just expanding with your circle with more women, you start to become more comfortable in your skin, more confident. So again, once I started stepping into on the real estate world and transducing my experience that I've gotten being more social into the real estate world, speaking with clients and even business partners, now it's just like, okay, well, we already know who Jose is. He is who he is, right? So the second thing that I would say is unattachment. That's another big thing, because now that you've been able to do it multiple times, you feel an unattachment for whatever the response is. Not that it's not going to affect you. It may affect you still, but it's not going to be like the first time where it's like, oh man, she said no, this and that, what am I going to do? Whatever it is, right? If you never communicated with a woman in your fucking life, your first rejection is going to be like, what the fuck? Like, and you're going to be heartbroken or you're going to be hurt. However, once you go through that multiple times, just like door knocking, just like over the phone, you're going to start to develop tough skin. And specifically because I'm in the business of real estate, right? So when I'm cold calling and when I'm door knocking, I'm getting in front of assholes, people screaming in your face, whatever it is. However, for whatever reason, that doesn't match up to actually going out there and socializing with women. Why? It's just our nature in our man, as a man. Like business, we're gonna get. However, if you really think about it to the core root, why are we getting business? Why are we making more money? Why are we building ourselves as a man to acquire more resources? Ultimately, is to be able to find a woman, to mate with a woman that will be able to appreciate the value that we can bring into the world. Ultimately, that's why we're making money. That's why we're carrying ourselves the way that we are. That's why we're working out. That's what we're doing pretty much. You can root this to pretty much anything that we do in life, right? Now, what will give you power as a man, obviously, is that if you're investing in yourself constantly, in your fitness, in your values, your communication, your money, everything else in life, you get to decide who you want to bring into your life, right? So that's another positive aspect of it. Just because you're becoming more valuable doesn't mean that you have to go with the first fucking woman that you find. But that's for another class, because right now we're talking about benefits. So the last thing that I could say is leading. You know, that's another thing that translates into everything else in your life, because the more comfortable that you get to be around the woman, obviously women want a man to lead. Everybody knows that. Even when you're dancing, right, the man leads. Everywhere else in life, the man always leads. It's just the way it is, right? So because of that aspect, when you're communicating with a woman, she's going to become attracted to you if she knows that you can lead. Lead her where? Lead her into where she feels that is in her best interest, or that she can see her life best, because she knows that you're going to lead her based on her assessment of you and the value that you can bring into her life. She's going to know, okay, I can trust this guy or I can't trust this guy, right? So her assessment of you is going to tell her if you can lead or not. Now, she may go through her own experiences in life and she may assess it completely different than another woman. However, for the main general factor, it goes back to what I was mentioning earlier. If you get your shit right as a man, you're not going to have a problem with that. So those are the three things. And before I close it out, actually, I just want to give you a business example just in case, so you get the picture. Even when you're communicating, again, with a client or anybody else over the phone, if you can lead a woman, how do you think it's going to impact your business and everything else in your life? Easy. You're going to be able to lead the sale where you need it to go, and not just because you want to close and make money, but because you genuinely know that that's where that client wants to be. If a person over the phone tells you he wants to be in Miami within the next 30, 45 days, I genuinely know what I have to do to get him there. If I know that that's what he wants, I'm going to get him what he wants. However, how can I lead him to trust me? How can I lead him to open his door to his house to let me in without wearing a mask? No, I'm just kidding, but really not. So those examples all contribute to the bigger picture of getting in front of more women and expanding your circle. So those are the three main things that I can say. Your confidence, developing that sense of not being attached, and leading for the most part. Those are the three main benefits that I've seen in my life had a huge increase. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you found this video beneficial, feel free to share it with a friend or anybody else that may want to hear it. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below, share it. And again, if you want to communicate with me more, I post more daily videos on my Instagram, Real Estate Jose, and I will also link that down in the description. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.